Do you guys want a quick story time? Because I had the worst weekend of my entire life. Like, I don't understand how I'm still breathing right now because I feel like I simply died. I think I died yesterday. You want a story time? Let me tell you guys what happened 3 days ago. And my manager, Greg, can vouch for me. So, I had, y'all are gonna judge me, but please be responsible. If you are like 18 and up or like 16 and you have your license, don't lose it. Okay, it's not worth it. And if you think your license is gonna expire soon, you should probably get a new one. Long story short, I lost my license 5 months ago and I continued driving. It was illegal. Don't do that. Okay. Y'all learn from me. Okay. It's not a good thing. It's not cute. You're not living recklessly. No, it's not fun. Don't do it. So Greg, which is my manager, he kept telling me that I needed to get a new license because I literally couldn't do anything. I'm 22 and I can't do anything without a license. So I went to the DMV, which is the worst place on the entire planet now. If you ever been to the DMV, you know how terrible it is. Raise your hand if you've been, or you can't raise your hand on a live stream. Good job, fucking Larry. Comment I if you've been to a DMV, just so I can not feel alone here, because right now I feel a little bit alone because I know some of y'all are young as shit. Oh shit, okay. I got some adults. I got some grown women and some grown men. Okay. But I went to DMV and I was waiting in line. And so the way it worked, it was like 2 cones in front. And then there was, let me start from the beginning, which is even worse. So I went to DMV in my pajamas, which was a black, like, you guys know I always wear my shirts like cropped to my waist. It's literally the most basic like thing I ever do. But like I always crop my shirts to my waist. And I went in some sweatpants and a cropped shirt. So I walked out of the building and there was these 3 girls outside and it made me so uncomfortable because they were like laughing at me. Like I can see why they're laughing at me because when I walk, I walk like I'm in a runway. It's a bad habit of mine, but every time I walk out of buildings, I always think I'm just like on a runway and it's like, it's a bad habit that I need to fix. But I walked out and they started laughing at me and I like started getting like panicky and I was just getting uncomfortable. And then I like get closer to them because I was walking towards the direction. And one of them oh, that's a boy. And my immediate instinct was to look at her. So I looked at her and I stared at her and I was like, it's 2020, dumbass. And I walked away. So that was that. And I probably shouldn't have said it that way just because like my feelings got hurt and I just got so triggered from like me back in high school. I couldn't do it. But I said that and I walked away and then I went to my manager, Greg, and I was like, these girls literally just laughed at me. Like, I'm so uncomfortable. Like, I can't do this. Like, why are people so fucking rude? And I was like, just so sad over no fucking reason. So then I made him drive past and I was like trying to find the girls to like educate her. I was like, you know what? The fact that you guys are laughing at me and I support girls, and I was just going to give her a whole speech. But I couldn't find her, so I just left. And then eventually I went back to the DMV to go back in line. And she was like, hey, we weren't laughing at you, by the way. And I was like, oh, okay. But I know you were. I'm not stupid. Why else would you be laughing at me walking and then say, oh my God, that's a boy? It's okay. I get it. People suck. But anyways, then that already just triggered me. And now I'm in line. Okay, so it's a long line. It's hot outside. And I'm literally next up. I'm literally the second person in line. And this boy walks past to go inside of the building. And he's like, oh, Larray, like, I love your videos. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then his mom walks past me and she bumped into me. Oh, come on, English. Hello. She bumped into me. She goes, can you move? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Just because, like, I understand I was in her way. My fault. So I moved. And I'm not being dramatic, guys. I will go bring Greg in here right now. Then she walks back out. And I'm like, now this is my time in line. I'm like the next person up. She was walking out and there was space for her to get through. But instead of her going through the space, she backs up and goes, can you get out of my way? And literally my entire heart, like I was so shook. Y'all, I was just minding my business. I was like listening to like Don't Call Me Angel in my head. I was like, Don't Call Me Angel. And out of nowhere, I just black out. I was like, oh, okay, so you want to get punched in your face, but I can't because I'm such a little bitch in person. I couldn't do it. Anyways, so my immediate fight or flight instinct just it just happened. And, you know, it was not a thing that you should do to an elderly person, especially if her son likes your videos. But the moment she said, "Can you just move out of my way?" I literally go, "Bitch, do you not see the space?" And she like went to the space and she was like talking in like, I think it was Russian. I think she was talking in Russian. She was like just going off on me. And I just went, put my hand in her face. I was like, eh. Like just because she was being so disrespectful for no reason. And then the worker, okay, guys, don't, y'all were judging me. I could feel it. But then the worker was like, "Don't put your hand in her face." And I was like, "Did you just not see her like assaulting me?" And she was like, you were in her way. And I was like, "This is the entrance, bitch. The exit is that way." Like, what? And I just felt so attacked and just triggered because everyone was just coming at me. And like, I started getting hot and I was just thinking about the crop top and I just couldn't do it. Anyways, I cried. Couldn't do it. No, not me. Wrong bitch. It was the worst. I'm never going to the DMV again. It's a traumatic experience. People, I understand like the DMV sucks, but like people just take their anger out on anybody. And it's so difficult because it's just like, girl, why? Like, we're all here for a reason. We're all doing the same thing. There's no point to be mean. You could have just said, "Excuse me, like I'm trying to get past." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, like whatever." Anyways, that was the DMV experience. I'm never going back to DMV again. Don't go to the DMV, you'll die instantly.